in the demonstration of the data description as well as the data processing using the data sample and the Python as a tool. So let's get on to the particular problem statement here. Here we are having the problem from the HR perspective. So HR gets the referral from its employees, and that so that they can be got into the organization as employees. And usually the company prefer the referrals to join their company because they are coming from the known sources, right? So in this particular problem statement, we are trying to predict how many of the referrals are really joined the organization. So in order to do this analysis, organization has provided the details about the referrals in terms of the salary that they offer, what is their academic course, how have they performed in companies evaluation based on the several interviews, verbal communication. So most means different rounds they have taken to evaluate that particular referral between happen between the organization and the employees. So now using this factor and the parameters, we are supposed to analyze and find out who are the referrals who are actually joining the organization. Okay. So here in this particular data, we have around 499 referrals and total 19 features. So including both independent and the dependent variables. So in order to understand this data better, let's look at our data dictionary. So this is a data dictionary which is provided to us. So we can see here total 19 features are given and there are if we go one by one, so these are the label which is given to the each of the features. So first one is a referral ID. Next is the age of the referral, number of number of experience in a number of years, prefer city, current salary. So these are the general information about the referral. We can see here the 10th grade marks, 12th grade graduation marks, and post graduation marks, which is the academic record of the referral. Um, we can see the gender of the referral and expected salary. So there are a few more different additional information about the referral. And now we can see the different scores which are evaluated during the different process or different uh, in during the evaluation process. So there are different scores are provided here, like aptitude verbal score, reasoning score, interview score, HR interview score, etc. And even there is a one more feature which is provided, that is the salary offered by the company to the employee. And here is one more feature we can see, that is a employee salary grade. So grade here seems to correspond the level of a salary that was offered to the employee. Means if it was a salary, so grade is above the market level or at the below the market level or average the market level, right? And next is the finally the label field which we have, that is a uh, uh, we can see that is the dependent field, that is labeled as the joint field, which is our area of the interest. That is one of we want to predict future whether the referral who had come into the organization for evaluation or who will join or not with the company. So here, since this is a labeled field, that is a category in nature, and we call it as a classification kind of a problem. So why we call it as a classification kind of a problem? Because we would want to classify the referral whether he would join us or not, so that it is the entire data we have uh, uh, right now. So we can see different data types are there. So we can see the all are almost the numerical data types, and here only the four data type four features are there which are gonna see in the categorical or object data types. So let's we can while look at this feature, we understand the features which are given to us all are almost the relevant for us to do the further analysis on the referral, and decide the whether the referral will join the organization or not. So let's move ahead um, with our Python code and understand how we will describe this data and also do the data processing, and we are able to, and then we will check out, we are able to check the quality, and if anything is required, we can treat the data to improve the quality of the data. So first and foremost things, we need to import all the libraries which we are going to use. So that is required for us to proceed ahead with the analysis. So we imported the numpy, which is we used to do the basic libraries that we use carrying out the array related or mathematical operation related task. And next is a panda. We are able to load the data into the data frame and perform the required operation. So we need a panda for that. Next, uh, you can see the matplot library, cbon library. So these are for the specifically for the um, visualization. So let's run this, and all the libraries are getting successfully load here, and we can see all the libraries are successfully load here. We also make as a note of the version of the different packages we are loading, that we are going to use in this particular code. So why require that one, as the Python in a continuous mode to upgrade their packages so that the better features can be brought into the tool. So all the we can see it is updated. All the packages are in updated version. So next we can move to that. We can import our data which is in the CSV format, and we are here to get successfully import our data. So after importing the data, now we can just have a look of and describe that data. So let's view the first top five records of our data. So we can see data is successfully loaded, and we can see we first five rows of the data, first five entries of the data. Here we can see all of the 19 features. We can see referral ID, age, experience in year, CD, 10th marks, 12th marks, graduation marks of the referrals. We can see the gender of the referral. So there are a lot of things like different numerical scores which they got it during the evaluation process. And here we can see the question mark. So here is we can see the anomaly, right? So it is question mark is not possible as a score. The score. So obvious there is a something anomalies. We can see the data is not in a good format. So we need to treat here our data and get it improve the quality of our data. We can see all the features has been loaded here successfully. But with that, we can see the little bit problem um, in our data space. So we need to treat it. Next is we can see the last five records of our data type, and we can see yes, total 499 records has been entered, and or we have import that data set. So all the rows has been imported successfully. So in this last 5 rows, we can see the data is uh, good to see and the quality is also good. So we are not seeing, seems we can't see the much problem with this last row. So yeah, uh, right. So there are a few things we can see here. The problem is there, and here the data is good enough to go and proceed with the analysis. So let's move to the next part where we will check the dimension of our data set. We will be using a shape property of the data frames where we can see the total number of rows are 499 and number of features that is in the form of the columns are 90. And next we move to check the information about our data. Uh, so here we can see we have total 499 entries successfully, and these entries are with index from 0 to 498, right? And total 19 features are there. We can see the all the features are here. That is from 0 to 8. So total 19 features we have. We can even see there are a normal count is given for each of our features. So by default, if we go for the normal count, so each feature should have 499 entries. But seems to be here, we can see for 10th mark, graduation marks, post-graduation marks, expected salary, we can see there are a few non values which are seems to be looks lesser numbers than our total entries. So we can say here, we can conclude here there are a missing data in our data set, which one we need to think about that, we need to treat that one, and we need to check whether this data we can fill it or we can how we can treat it. Okay, now we can see here total 7 features which are in the float. Data type 6 are in an integer and 6 are in an object. But while we were looking into our data dictionary, we have seen there only 4 categorical values like features, that is a salary grade, joint, and looks like what I remember, yeah, prefer city and the gender. So we can see here there are 2 more extra categorical values are showing. So we can see a numerical score which is showing in a categorical value. Even reasoning score is showing in a categorical value. So definitely there is some problem here. We need this field should be in a numerical value, and then we need to treat here. So as we have seen already in yeah, reasoning score, there is a question mark, means definitely it should be in a numerical value, and we need to definitely treat that one. We need to improve the quality of our data type and move forward to our data analysis. So we should make sure this feature should be in a numerical field, and we need to treat that one in the future during the data processing. Now let's describe, let's see the total description of our data type, where I'm using a .t, which is a transpose uh, format of to describe these all the features. And if by default describe function uh, only describe the central tendency and the of all the or only numerical fields only. If you want the categorical field should get included in this, you can add the include all in this bracket. Okay, during the so all the categorical as well as the numerical fields description of data will be shown to you. Okay, so now next we can see here all the numerical fields will if we see we can see the here there is a problem, that is the minimum value of the 10 mark is -1, which is not possible. And if even the company will never ever invite the person who is having a negative mark, like even in a graduation also. So definitely there is some problem in this, and we need to check that one before proceeding with our analysis. Now we can see here the number of experience. We can see minimum is 1 and maximum is 42. So definitely there is a mixed referrals from the uh, like from no, less experience to the max experience people. Even we can see the age here 20 to 65. So we have a very young generation as well as the old generation, means the less experience to the max experience. So this we can see there is a obvious 65 years means there will be a possibility of having a 42 years of experience. So we can see these are the good enough for in we can see they are related to each other. Now we can see the minimum values and the median of that is 3% column. So we can see the minimum and median are almost near to each other. So we can say our data is very good in a normal shape, as the minimum value and the median are uh, uh, almost same, right? So here are the few observation. We have observed that the data has been loaded correctly into the pandas data frame. We can see there are total 499 rows and 19 feature. We have seen in that there is a missing values in our data, like in the experience, current salary, 10th grade marks, postgraduate mark, there are etc. And we can see here there are categorized as a object type, which are supposed to be a numerical values that we have observed during the information. And we have seen there are 10th marks and referral calculation marks as the minimum values as the uh, we can see the minimum value as a -1, which need to be checked and the treat correctly. So I hope you understood how to do the how we can describe the data, how we can check the data is good enough to go, and how much the pre-processing is required for our data by doing this observation. So we will stop here and then we will move for the data processing in the next part. Okay. Thank you.